Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I want us to talk about what Judge Rata is trying to do. Judge Rata Mukhateng is bullying Selani. He's There are so many things, there are so many possibilities of things that he may be doing. This thing of the reason he invoked Section 189 out of nowhere. For me, one of my reasons could be that he's bullying Kanselani to endorse Gininda's statement that he knows nothing about. That's number one, which is unfair because Ukanselani, if you are listening to what he says, he tells us that I was at prison from 2013 to 2016. There's no way that I would have been involved in the Senzo Meyiwa matter. Fair, right? Why should he be saying any other issues? And why would he talk about other guys? The other thing that we need to accept is that, sorry, these guys would not be doing those things, guys. I come on, Gininda thinks we are stupid. Honestly, Gininda thinks we are stupid, guys. Once again, the statement that was read there was not making sense. Again, from where Ukanselani was like, I did not say that. You could say, it's just that it's not fully read. Also, for me, they said it's about 24 pages. How can Kanselani have a 24-page statement when he had a to talk about? He was talking, oh, guys. These people, no, man, we need an inquiry for the Senzo Meyiwa case because there's no way, guys. Why would Kanselani, for me, was there a need for a statement? Is the question that I have. Was there a need for a statement from Kanselani? Because saying that I heard no reason to, I was not part of that. What statement must that person take? Let's start there. What statement must that person make after saying, no, I was not there, I did not do anything? It's just questioning. After that, you go and check the facts. After you receive the facts, right? There's nothing else to do with Kanselani. Why were they even taking a statement from him? It's quite astonishing in Dabayakwan. Anyway, so the other issues now, those are the issues that Judge Rata does not want to face the reality of. He's refusing to accept them and face the reality of them because it's crystal clear. There is no way, like any normal person should be asking, statement for what? Why should he be making statements? Now, he should have said, sign for what? I'm not signing anything. I'm not going to do that. He should have never agreed to sign it. He should have said, what I said with my mouth should be enough. I'm not doing anything. I have nothing to do with the Senzo Meyiwa case, especially him having an alibi. No, man, he should have said, I'm not going to do that. He should have refused. He should have refused with that. Anyway, so I'm saying Judge Rata does not want to accept those things. And for me, that amounts to bullying Kanselani into endorsing that statement forcefully. That's him bullying Kanselani. Secondly, it's Judge Rata threatening Kanselani for me with imprisonment. A Kanselani that is serving a lifetime imprisonment. He's serving a lifetime imprisonment. So why would you threaten him with 2 to 5 years? What is that going to do to him? I did not understand the threats. They were so unnecessary. And I want Kanselani to stand on business so that at this point, if I don't need legal advice. Legal advice to what? For what? Because you are forcing me to endorse things that were said by Gininda in that statement. That I did not say. Then you can give me the 5 years. We continue with this. I still stand. I know nothing about those issues that Gininda said. My statement ended here. I maintain that. I'm not going to change it. He needs to do that. Because no, he needs to stand on business. In fact, I want him to say, you know what, it's fine, I'm going to answer questions. They must ask, I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. I don't know anything about that. That's it. If you remain saying, I didn't say that the entire time, then that's it. Nolo Section 189. So I felt like he was bullying him, forcing him to endorse his statement in it. And then the other issue is that Judge Ratta is also seemingly worried about the contents of the testimony that is coming from Kunselane. Because Judge Ratta has so much reverence for Ugininda, he expects everybody else to have so much reverence for Ugininda. And then he forgets that Ugininda treated these people badly. So they have no reason to show any respect or reverence to them. And we as the public don't have respect for Ugininda because of the things that we hear that he has done. Do you understand? So he's very unfair, Judge Ratta Mokgoatlheng, the way he is moving. Very, very unfair, I'm telling you. Now, Judge Ratta threatening Qiniselani for refusing a statement he says he never made is something huge, guys. It's not something small. It's very huge. And the other issue is that for me, Judge Ratta is doing this to make these guys fight. Perhaps he expected Qiniselani is going to fight with the accused that invited him to come here, and then there will be a fight, and then he will like, I'm not doing this anymore, etc. I said that will push him to behave in a certain way, and then that evidence ends up being expunged from the record. He's not winning. Oh, he is not winning, Gesan. He's not winning. That's the other issue now I noticed there. And also the other issue is that he's not just only worried Judge Ratta. He wishes that they could, because he sees the damage that is caused by the evidence of Qiniselani. Qiniselani confirmed that Simphiwe was mentally disturbed. Qiniselani confirmed that they both, him and Marco, were in prison. Qiniselani confirms that he doesn't know Ubongani Ntatsi. So do you see the battlefield that is there? Because these people, when they look at that, they are like, yeah, these questions are not just going to go away. Those are the stresses that they have right now. Those are the issues that they are dealing with about Judge Ratta, because I don't know what is his reason for all of this, for him to go to sex. This man, like, Joe, guys, it was a showdown. I do not want to lie. It was a showdown because right now, Judge Ratta understands that, but one thing is certain. The battle is no longer only about what happened to Senzo the night he was killed. The battle is about the credibility of the police, the credibility of witnesses, which are police, the credibility of the statements which were taken by police, and ultimately the credibility of the justice system itself. He understands all of that. Oh, he understands that, Judge Ratta, guys. He sees everything that is happening there. And for years, credibility of key evidence has been challenged. And he knows that when now there's more witnesses who are suddenly say, I never said those things, guys, that immediately becomes exclusive. Judge Ratta understands that. He needs to apply the law that needs to be applied, not to invent his own things. He needs to apply. And defense has been saying, I remember Umshololo used to say that is fabrication, has been saying these statements have been fabricated. They've been saying these things. And Judge Ratta's fear is that thing is becoming true. That is his only fear, guys. His fear is that it is becoming true. That is what is chesting Judge Ratta Mokgoatlheng at this point. And now he can threaten Qiniselani all he wants. He's not going to win. That's my thing. So those are the issues that I was noticing. Ukuthi, he behaved the way he did on Monday because he did not want Qiniselani's evidence to make it to the final round, of which he failed. Oh, he failed. What are your thoughts when it comes to that? What else did you notice when it comes to Jadrata and what he was trying to do? Let's talk with comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.